Hey YouTube, this is my first video. Basically it's going to be, I guess, half comic haul or whatever you want to call it, and basically I'm just going to make a video on some of my favorite X-Men books. Some minor ones, some, key issues here and there, and some of my favorite X-Men books of all time. Just a quick rundown, my story. 35 years old, and I've been collecting for a while. I had a hiatus there for about 15 years, due to having kids and them draining me of all my money. But, they're a little bit older now, and, I'm a little bit more established, so I can start getting back into it. So for the past 3 to 4 years, I've really been getting really heavy into comic book collecting again. And, well, let's get it started. Today, I actually picked up a couple of really cool books from a local comic shop. Here you go. This is Batman, Death in the Family, Batman 429. I picked this one up. I want all four of them, but, the comic shop I went to only had this one. I mean, it's a really good condition book. I mean, the corners are sharp. I mean, there's no spine wear whatsoever. I mean, it's a beautiful copy. And the good thing was, this is my favorite cover of the four. And this is the one they had, so I picked this one today up at my comic book shop for a really good price, like $10. And I mean, it's a near mint copy, so I really can't complain about that. I mean, it's beautiful, and I love it. It's one of my favorite storylines. And let me see. And what I recently picked up, and this is a funny story, but I mean, it's a pretty good. Well, to me, it's a really key issue, and that is Ghost Rider #1. Which this is probably, I would say, a fine copy. I mean, there's a couple of issues, I mean, it's not major. There's a couple of lines right here. And a little crease right here. You probably can't see it on camera. I mean, but still, for the price I paid for it. And the funny thing is, I do eBay shopping a lot. And I go to, a lot of local comic book shops. And I even go to the little, I guess there's I don't know if people are familiar. If you're in Southern California, you're definitely going to be familiar with it. It's Frankensons. Wednesdays and Saturdays they're open, and that's usually where I get most of my key issues. But this one, I actually went on Craigslist, and the guy, he was selling, he was advertising, he had #2 and #3, which I do want, and he said he wanted $10 for it. So I actually went to meet the guy. I mean, kind of intimidating. It was basically in the hood, and I was scared out of my mind, but he came out with #2 and 3, and I mean, they were beat up beyond recognition. I mean, they were just crap. So I didn't even bother with it. And then he said, well, wait a minute. Right before I was about to leave, he said, maybe I got something you're interested in. And he brought this one out. And I don't know, but he looked like a crackhead or something. He was a tweaker or something. So basically, I got this book for $30. And there's no way. On eBay, in this condition alone, you're looking to spend anywhere from $75 to probably $150. So I got a hell of a steal on it. I mean, it's a great looking book. It's one of my favorite covers of all time. And not to be outdone by, Ghost Rider 1, I'm just going to show this because this actually goes with it. And I've had this for a while. I actually got this from Frankensons. Marvel Spotlight #5. First appearance of Ghost Rider. And this is another book. This is in pretty good condition. If you notice, I got all my major books and top loaders. And eventually I would like to go get them CGC'd, but I'm still on a budget. Like most collectors, we got a family, we got kids to support, house payments. So, for now, a top loader would be fine. So yeah, that's Marvel Spotlight #5. And I recently got this a couple weeks ago at a local comic shop. Defenders #1. And this is a beautiful copy. The only issue you're going to see, you can actually see it on camera, I think, the corner right here. But other than that, man, I mean, it still has the gloss. I mean, there's no creases on the spine. I mean, it's a beautiful copy. I mean, this book actually cost me $50, but in this condition, I mean, it's beautiful. And I'm really happy to have it. And the next book I definitely want to get is, I believe it's Marvel Feature #1, the first appearance of Defenders. And I especially want to get it because I guess there's a lot of rumors going around that they're going to make a Defenders movie. And you know how in the comic book business or in the comic book collecting, anytime there's an announcement of a movie or a character being in the movie, that book skyrockets. So, you know, and I don't base my collecting on what movie's coming out. I've always been into all this stuff, but it just seems like every week it's something else being announced and suddenly the book skyrockets. And let me see, I got this recently this was actually pretty cool. I worked with a guy that he was into comic books like when he was younger, I guess, and he found out I was into comic books because he heard me talking about it with one of the coworkers, and he asked me. He said he had a whole bunch of comics that he just wanted to get rid of. He basically told me that he could tell how I was talking about the books, that I just love the books. You know, I'm always talking about them and whatever. And he said he wanted to give them a good home. He didn't charge me nothing. All he basically said is just once in a while buy him lunch, and I was like, okay. You know, I wasn't expecting much, you know, but free, hell, you know, I'll take anything free. But, I mean, I was pretty happy with it. He actually gave me Howard the Duck #1. And the cool thing is, not only that, he gave me the whole Howard the Duck run. I believe it's 1 to 32, 33, I don't know. I don't got enough video time to show you every one, but I got the whole run of Howard the Duck. And, you know, I mean, I'm not a big Howard the Duck fan. I mean, when I was a kid, I watched the movie. I mean, I thought it was cool then. I tried to watch it recently. Man, it's really bad. But, yeah, you know, you can't complain. Howard the Duck won for free. He even made an appearance on Comic Book Men, if anybody ever watches that show. You know, I do religiously. So, yeah. And let me see. And another pickup from a couple of more comic shops I went to recently is Submariner #5. First Tiger Shark. Now this is a pretty cool book, and eventually I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna make more videos, and I got more Submariner keys I'm gonna go by. I don't want to show all my greatest books in one video. You know, I want to keep you guys wanting more. So, or hopefully I get some views. But anyways, yeah, first appearance of Tiger Shark. Not that big of a deal, but still, it's a Silver Age Submariner book. Eventually, I know there's rumors of him getting a movie. So. Yeah. And the funny thing is, I was talking to a buddy recently. He was saying there was a rumor that The Rock, Dwayne Johnson or The Rock, was supposed to be playing Namor. I really don't know about that. I don't know. I don't agree with it. But, I heard a rumor, too, where The Rock would play Lobo. I agree more with that than I would him playing Namor. But anyways, and the other book I actually picked up today, and I'm really happy about this one. This is actually on to complete my run of not like, but I got, with this book, I basically got Daredevil 100 to 300. And this is Daredevil 111. First appearance of Silver Samurai. This is a beautiful copy. I mean, only problem is this damn corner right here. But other than that, I mean, this is a night, and I got a steal on it. The guy gave me a deal. I've been going there for a minute, and he always kind of gives me a deal. He gave me 20% off. I mean, I actually got this book for $16. And I go on eBay all the time, and usually they're buy nows now. I notice on eBay now, since comics have gotten hot again, it's like there's like less auctions and more buy nows, and people are just asking arm and leg for books. There was 4 of these books at a 4.0 to 5.0 grade, and they wanted $40 to $50 for it. So you can only imagine what a near mint copy these people are going to be asking for. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this book. I mean, like I said, eventually I'm going to make another video on my Daredevil collection, and I'll show you all my Daredevil books. But like I said, another day. All right, let's continue. Here's some other books, and this is one I got off eBay recently. Strange Tales 126. First appearance of Dormammu. People pronounce it different. I say Dormammu. Hit me up and correct me if I'm wrong. So, but yeah, I'm kind of upset about this book. I mean, I paid, I guess. I shouldn't be too upset because I only paid $30 for it, but the description said it was a very fine, And what sucked was if you notice, you got a piece missing here. You got just total spine wear. I mean, it's very bad. You got chipping up here. You got a piece right here that's missing. And the corners are like rounded. And what upsetting me about, because you're like saying, like, well, why didn't you look at the pics before you bought it? He had a stock photo, and I didn't read it until I actually won it, saying that wasn't the actual comic you're going to win. So I guess it's kind of on me, but still, I mean, if you're going to sell something on, eBay or something, why would you show a picture of a better copy, but that's not the one the person's going to win? That just don't make sense to me. But, I'm still happy to have it. The next one on the hit list is Strange Tales 135. Most collectors know what that is. First Shield and everything, first Nick Fury as an agent of Shield, especially with that show. I mean, I actually love that show, and it's actually that book's actually kind of gone up really good in price. Okay, next is Miss Marvel #1. I love this book, and this is a near mint copy. This is a beautiful looking copy, and I'm very happy. I've been trying to get this for a while. It's not that it's like out of the range. I mean, it's not relatively an expensive book. I mean, you could pick up one, hell, $20, but take your time with it, because on eBay, like I said, a lot of people ain't auctioning books now, if you notice, because I'm on eBay on a constant, just making sure what the price of books are going for and whatever. But this book, it took me a while, because there was a lot of buy nows, and it was $50, and I'm like, there's no way I'm spending $50 for this. So I took my time with it, and I eventually got one at an auction, and it cost me $6. So, like I said, most collectors, take your time. Eventually you're gonna get it if you focus on that one book. I mean, there's books that took me a year to win on eBay, but it's worth it in the long run. You don't want to overspend for stuff. Okay, next, and I'm not a big DC guy, so if you're a notice, and this is my first video, but every video, I mean, I got some DC, but I'm more a Marvel person. But eventually I'm starting to get into buying little DC books here and there, and starting to get into that a little bit more. The only DC character I really collect is Batman, and eventually I'll do a video on some of my key Batman issues and stuff. And alright, okay, up next is Showcase number 55. This book's awesome though. I just love the cover. This is actually the first, and it's weird with DC, is because the characters are so old that a key issue is actually their first. This is the first appearance of Solomon Grundy in the Silver Age. I looked at his first appearance as a Golden Age book, and it's just way out of my range. There's no way. And but I'm happy to have this one. I mean, it's a nice copy, and it's really nice. All right, I'm running out of time, so let me step the game up real quick. Alrighty, now to my X-Men, like I promised, some of my favorite X-Men issues. And I suggest everybody pick this up before summer hits, because everybody knows X-Men Days of Future Past are coming out. So you definitely want to get this one, because it's a 2-part story arc. It's basically, but it's just, man, John Byrne and Chris Claremont, this is basically the books that actually got me into comic book collecting. And I've had these are ones I've had since I was a kid, and I'm 35, so I've had these for a while. But I always took care of my books, and I'm not in it for the money or investment, because I just love the books, like my wife always says. She says, why do you care what the price is or how much your book's going up, because they're not worth anything. And it's true, because I'm never going to sell them. I mean, I'll make trades, to get better books, but I'm never going to sell these books. And here's 141. Yeah. And I went to a comic shop last weekend, and this book, they were selling it for $150. I was like, are you serious? Just because the storyline of the new X-Men First Class movie is going to be based on that, and I just shot. I mean, this book was always pretty expensive, but I mean, you got shops selling this for $150, $200. I was like, are you kidding me? But still, it's a great book to have. And I was confused on this for the longest. I actually thought this was the first appearance of Kitty Pryde. But I guess there's no really key to it. But I guess someone told me the key to this issue is this is the first time Wolverine's in his brown suit. I'm not for sure, but it's still one of my favorite covers. I don't know, it's just something about it. And all these books are ones I've had since I was a kid, and they're all in pretty good shape. Not near mint, by any means, because I read them. But I mean, there's a little couple of dings, a little spine wear here and there. But other than that, it's a cool book. You can't go wrong with the X-Men. And here we go. Next up, X-Men 134. Yeah, this is, I guess, the first time Phoenix became Dark Phoenix, if I'm correct. If I'm wrong, hit me up, leave me a comment. I'm trying to do my best here. I got so many books, I mean, most colors, it's kind of hard to remember every significant issue or what, the issue, what's significant about that issue. But I'm pretty sure this is the first time she became Dark Phoenix. It's a hell of a story, I mean, there's a line here, like a little wear here and there. Like I said, though, these are books I had since I was a kid, so, yeah. All right, and next, let's go to, this is one of my favorite covers. I don't know why. To me, it's a lame character, but whatever. It's X-Men 130. First appearance of Dazzler, I mean, if you guys can notice right here, there's like a water stain or something. And I actually remember how I got this when I was a kid. I actually used this book as a coaster like an idiot, and I had a soda on there, and that's what that mark is. But still, it's still nice to have, I'm happy with it. All right, let's go to, I just totally went out of order. Well, whatever, it is X-Men 131. I actually used to think this was the first appearance of the White Queen, but that's X-Men 129. Or I don't know, I'm confused. X-Men 129, is that the first appearance of Emma Frost, and is this one the first appearance of her as the White Queen? Like I said, hit me up, I mean, sometimes I go on eBay and I look and they actually say that, and sometimes, I've read other things, they say that it's no significance to it, so, whatever, it's still a freaking classic X-Men book. Okay, and next is X-Men 127. This is the first appearance of Proteus. Awesome character, I don't know, it's one of my favorite covers though. I just love the artwork. I love the colors and stuff. Hell, you can't go wrong with any X-Men under 140 really, I mean, it's just hell of a run. It's one of the best runs. John Byrne, anything with Chris Claremont, even Dave Cockrum. God, they did X-Men wonders, A lot of people don't remember is X-Men were canceled at one time. So, yeah, they rejuvenated the team, I mean, it helped bringing in Storm, Colossus, Nightcrawler, and especially this guy right here, Wolverine. We'll get to that in a little bit. Okay, next is X-Men 120. First appearance of Alpha Flight. And I almost have a complete run of X-Men. Of course, I'm missing 94. Everybody knows. Anybody that's into collecting knows 94 is just, I mean, that's right under like Giant Size X-Men #1 in price, And like I said, I'm not in it for, when it comes to major key issues, I'll take VGs. If I could get a good deal on it, I just want to have it. It's just, but if it's like minor key, like first like Alpha Flight or whatever, or Starjammers, I'm going to spend a little bit more to get the higher grade. It's not like a major character, so I mean, like I said, I'm on a budget. I mean, I watch a lot of videos on YouTube. These, like some of my favorite YouTube guys are I think it's Dr. Strangelove, Hippie Collectibles, and they got these massive, great collections, man, all high grade. And I'm just like, man, these guys must be doctors or something, because how do they afford? I mean, they got multiple copies of key issues. But anyways, like I said, I try to do my best, within my budget. And next is X-Men 107. First appearance of Starjammers, I believe, or it might be the first full appearance. But anyways, this is a really good copy, too. I mean, there's a couple of dings. And like I said, I've had these since I was a kid. So, I'm glad. Because I actually got these. I mean, I started collecting probably in the late 80s. You know, like I said, I stopped for like a 15-year period when, you know, out of high school and I had to work. You know, I ended up having, you know, kids young, so, you know, I had to do my thing and get by. But most of these books I had when I was a kid, and, you know, they're still in fairly good condition, and I'm glad I have them, because when I go to Frankensons or comic book shops, I mean, they're wanting $30 to $50 for all these books I'm showing you, basically. And here's one not recently, I picked up probably about 4 or 5 months ago from eBay. I'm really happy with this book. This is X-Men number 60. First appearance of Sauron. Yeah. It's a really nice copy. I mean, corners are pretty sharp. I mean, there's no, if you notice, I mean, there's maybe one little, I mean, I don't think you can see it on camera, but other than that, dude, the spine is freaking nice. I mean, there's a little bit of, like, discoloring right here. But other than that, dude, I mean, for the price I spent for it, I mean, this was $20. So, yeah, you know, any X-Men fan, come on now. Almost done, guys. Alrighty. Up next is, I need to upgrade this book, but, you know, for now, it'll do. X-Men 58. Yeah, first appearance of Havoc. You know, like I said, a little rounding of the corners right here, some major spine wear right here. You know, but overall, you know, it's probably like a VG, maybe a VG plus. But still, man, it's first freaking Havoc. You know, and I'm surprised this book ain't more sought after, especially with him being in the X-Men, you know, the First Class movies now. But, yeah, I'm happy with that book as well. And here's one that I've had for a while, and it's in pretty damn good condition. X-Men number 28, first appearance of Banshee. Yeah. And he's another character that's in the movie, which I'm surprised this book ain't more than what it is, you know. But still, it's a nice book to have. I mean, it's in pretty damn good shape. You know, like I said, I mean, it's a book from the 60s, it's Silver Age, you know, you're going to expect to have somewhere. But other than that, dude, I mean, there's a little mark right here. I don't know, it looked like someone actually tried to, like, erase something, I don't know. But anyways, it's a really good book, you know. I suggest anybody pick this, because I think it's still reasonable. Pick this up before this book actually starts going up in price, because I'm surprised, because he's actually in the movie, too. You know how these days, anytime a character's introduced, hell, in a movie, that book just, whew. Anyways, up next is, and I'm really excited about this one, and I got both these books, you know, I would say maybe 7-8 months ago. Like I said, I'm way behind, guys. I mean, this is my first video, and I got a lot more to come, you know. I mean, I'm constantly on the lookout for books, and I got a huge collection. I want to show it off, you know, and let you guys know what I have, and hopefully give me some feedback and give me some info, because don't get me wrong, a lot of the videos I've watched of people, they've given me ideas on what to buy and a lot of info, and it was really helpful. Even like new collectors, you watch this video, you know, it helps. So here it is, X-Men 16. And sorry about the plastic's kind of wavy, but other than that, this is probably a fine copy. I mean, there's a little, right under Jean Grey's foot, there's like a little, like, I don't know, little tiny piece missing. You know, some spine wear, but not much. I mean, it's still, like, it's X-Men 16. First appearance of Master Mold. And one I was really excited to get, and I got this actually at Frankensons. I mean, it's a VG plus, maybe a VG. And I suggest trying to get this, guys. X-Men 14. I mean, if you notice up here, I mean, there's like a little, like someone chewed on it or something. I mean, there's a little right here. But other than that, if you look at it, some wear right here. You know, just a little wear right there. But it's not bad. Like I said, man, it's a book from the 60s, guys. First appearance of Sentinels. And especially with that movie coming out, I'm surprised this book ain't as much as what it should be, but I would suggest anybody, if you can get it, you know, VG copy or a little bit higher, you know, go for it, because this is going to be a hell book. I have a feeling this book's on the skyrocket. I'm glad I already have it, so I don't have to deal with trying to get it now, because I tried to get, the next book on my hit list for X-Men would be X-Men 12, and everybody probably knows that, especially if you're an X-Men fan, that's first appearance of Juggernaut. And a year ago, man, I'm kicking myself in the ass now. I could have bought it from my local shop for $50. And I'm like, you know what? I decided to get something else, and I said, I'll eventually win it on eBay. Dude, I look on eBay now. This book is, the first Juggernaut's going for like $200-300, and I'm talking really bad condition ones, and I've seen them sell for that much. So I'm like, right now, that's kind of out of my league. But anyways, let's go up to the next one. X-Men number 3. Yeah, enough said. Everybody knows first appearance of Blob. Not a bad looking book. I mean, it's VG minus, but still, it's X-Men freaking 3, dude. First appearance of Blob. I'm happy to have it. It's just, yeah, I can't. I'm a big X-Men fan, so, and this is just a small portion of my X-Men collection. I didn't mean to go this long into the video, but still, I'm happy to have it, and eventually I'll make other videos showing the rest of my X-Men collection. But I got about 3 more books, guys, and I'm done. And they're not X-Men books, but they're X-Men related, so I'm going to go ahead and show. I've had this for probably a couple years now, and I was happy to get it. Iron Fist number 14. And everybody knows, first appearance of Sabretooth, Wolverine's, number 1 foe. And he was so great in the X-Men Marauder series. I mean, it was just, if I suggest anybody get, if they're going to read any of those books, read that series where the X-Men fought the Marauders. It's a hell of the Mutant Massacre. Oh man, it was a great story, especially the first fight between Wolverine and Sabretooth. Man, that's a hell of a book. And these last 2 books, I'm just so happy to have. They're not the greatest condition, but you know what? They're part of my collection. I'm happy to have them, and I'm a big X-Men fan. And let's go with, yeah, come on guys, Giant Size X-Men number 1. And we all know the significance of this book. I'm not even going to explain it. I mean, it's a VG copy, but still, go on eBay and look up a 4.0 or a 4.5 book of this, Giant Size X-Men 1. You're going to spend quite a bit of money. And yeah, but I'm happy to have it. It's never going to leave my collection. And this is the next book, the final book of my video, is going to be it's my favorite character of all time. And it's probably a good plus, if that, a good, but I'm happy to have it. And let's end the video with, yeah, Hulk 181. And when, any collector, any fanboy, or whatever you want to call us, first appearance of Wolverine. I mean, yeah, it's not that bad. I mean, you see a little, that's like a stain. I know everybody on the camera looks like a tear. No, it's actually a stain. I mean, you got wear. You got, it's what it is. Like I said, it's probably maybe a good plus. Still has the Marvel value stamp intact. But the funny thing is, I'm going to tell you the truth, guys. I actually spent quite a bit of money on this. And a good thing is I have a very understanding wife, and, she actually made me, she know how bad, I wanted this book. It's my favorite character, and she basically threw the last bit out there to get it for me, and it went for $300. I know you guys are like, wow, but if you guys look at eBay, I seen one the other day, actually, because I still watch it, just to know what it's going for, because eventually I would like to upgrade it, but as of now, I'm just happy to have it. But yeah, my wife threw a bid out there. We were losing. It was at like $290, and I was like, you know what? Hell with that. I've never spent that much on a comic book in my life. And she threw a $10 bid, made it $300, and we actually won it. And yeah, I'll probably never spend that much on it. Well, I can't say never, but yeah, but it's my favorite book. In my collection. Yeah, it's not the greatest shape, but still, it's my favorite character, and it is a grail. We consider it a holy grail. And that's about it, guys. And I hope you enjoyed the video, and there'll be more to come. And just, hit me back, or, if you have any comments, I appreciate it. Anybody that views it, I appreciate it, and thank you. And there'll be more videos to come. Thanks.